about the difference between the scramblers and the flippers.
So the way I like to remember it, scramblers scrambles everything randomly, right?
Okay, so now it's
Right? Yes, so scramblers is scrambling everything up randomly, right? Flippers is the one that's moving things where they're supposed to be.
Thank you.
So if we look at these segments of membrane, and this is the cytosol, and this is either the inside of an organelle, or you think about it being eventually what's going to be extracellular. Right, scramblase, remember, is working in the endoplasmic reticulum, and it's just mixing everything up. It's evenly distributing the phospholipids. Right? Whereas flippase is specifically moving a phospholipid from the lumen side to the cytosol side. And although we haven't talked about it, there's actually another enzyme that you'll love called floppase that moves things from the cytosol to the luminal side. All right? So remember how I said that the phospholipids can move side to side and they can rotate and they can flex, but they rarely move between layers? That's because they cannot move between the layers by themselves. The only way that it is energetically favorable for them to move between the layers is for one of these enzymes to help them. Okay, so scramblase is scrambling everything up. Flippase and floppase are working in the Golgi to move things to the specific size that they need to be at. I'm going to go back to this first figure here. What questions do you guys have? Yes?
So where you said they randomly like flip and flop, so it's going to happen in the ER and the Golgi.
So they're randomly being reorganized
The ER.
only in the ER. Over here in the Golgi, they're specifically being moved because remember, we need specific ones to be
Right.
on the inside and specific ones to be on the outside.
Yeah, I mixed up my words. What I meant was we talked about how it rarely occurs. So I'm saying it rarely occurs in the Golgi and the ER, right?
So this is going to be common, right, where these enzymes are.
Okay.
But we're saying like naturally, like say in the nuclear membrane or somewhere else, like in the plasma membrane where this orientation is already established,
Okay.
it's going to be really rare for this to happen.
So it's rare in the plasma membrane, but
Yeah,
not in the
exactly.
Golgi.
Is there another question?
Okay, so I just wanted to clarify, so the scramblase just works on one side of the layer, like to mix it up?
No, it works on both sides.
At one time or two different times?
So remember, it's an enzyme, so it can work as many times as it needs to work, right? Right, because enzymes don't lose their function after they function once. So if the enzyme is there and the reaction needs to be catalyzed, it can be catalyzed. Yes?
What phase does it move it from the lumen to the cytosol, and then what phase move it from the cytosol to the lumen?
Okay, so flippase is from the lumen side to the cytosolic side. Floppase is from the cytosolic side to the luminal side. Right, and remember lumen is our generic term for the inside of any organelle. Yes?
I'm so sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Of course. The lumen part?
About the flippase.
Oh, the floppase. Flippase is moving a phospholipid from the luminal side to the cytosolic side. Floppase is doing the opposite, cytosolic side to the luminal side.
Thank you.
Yeah. Remember, also slides on D2O. They are there. Okay, so let's come back to this picture, right? Big picture. The membrane has an orientation. that orientation is going to be established in the Golgi by Flippase and Fluppase. So that we are going to get one set of phospholipids that are facing the cytosol and another set of phospholipids that are on the luminal side. And once that orientation is established, that orientation is going to be maintained even when the Golgi makes vesicles and even when those vesicles fuse with the plasma membrane. So the plasma membrane is going to have that orientation also, except that the luminal side now is going to be facing outside the cell. More questions? Yeah,
Can you repeat that?
the part about the luminal side? Yeah. So the orientation is established in the Golgi, and it's going to be maintained in transport vesicles. When the vesicle fuses with the membrane, orientation stays the same. Cytosolic side of the membrane is still going to be cytosolic. The luminal side of the membrane is now facing outside the cell, extracellularly. Okay. I will stop there. See you guys.